So to answer your question around whether it's mild or whether it's extreme PTSD, it's definitely a mix of both. A lot of the guys that we work with don't really identify as having PTSD. They really loved their jobs. They don't have any regrets about their time served in the military, but there is this aspect of whether it's traumatic brain injury or something called operator syndrome, which is when you're in the military, especially when you're downrange deployed, you get rewarded for go, and your aggression. But then when you get home, that aggression is not rewarded anymore and is inappropriate in a lot of cases. So there are people like that. And then as people with PTSD, and why do I think these substances are working for PTSD? Well, once again, PTSD is kind of a negative feedback loop that you are having a hard time escape, or that is triggered by maybe noises. I just heard somebody say on a podcast the other day, when you are downrange, when you are deployed and you hear a noise, it makes a lot of sense to duck and cover, to take cover as quick as you can. If you're in the middle of the street in Calgary and somebody's car backfires and you're diving behind a garbage can, that's no longer an appropriate response. So again, it's kind of this just negative patterns that people get stuck into, which are very good coping mechanisms and very good adaptive features in one situation, but take you out of that situation and put you into what we call kind of normal life, and they're no longer appropriate. So I think that's, again, what these substances seem to be doing, is just interrupting that negative pattern. It kind of, clearing that path. I love the metaphor that when we live life, it's like we're seeing life through a pane of glass, through a filter, and that filter gets dirty. And it gets so dirty that we're not seeing life properly anymore. And I think what these substances can do is clean that filter from the inside out, so that you do have a more appropriate response moving forward. And I think that's essentially what these substances are doing, is just kind of reframing that trauma. And that way of reframing the trauma can happen many different ways. Like, some people actually relive the traumatic experience and kind of do it from a third person type situation, and that takes the sting away from it. Or they see it from a 10,000 foot view and see, oh, this is everything that was going on. Maybe you go back to a childhood trauma where your mom did something to you, and you get the chance to say, oh, mom was having a bad day. Actually, mom was having a bad year. And you can kind of forgive the whole situation that way. So some people are having experiences like that, like actually having the vision. And then some people, to riff off what you said about maybe is something just happening chemically, I think that might just be happening because some people get all the benefits and all the relief of this PTSD type response being gone, but maybe they didn't experience the trauma again. Maybe they just had a beautiful or a horrifying psychedelic experience, and it disappears either way. It's just really hard to put your finger on exactly what's happening.